What kind of pets does a band have? Trumpets. So hi everyone, I've been waiting for a book outlet box to come in the mail, but it is April 30th and no book outlet box. Therefore, I'm just gonna go ahead and show you all the books that I got in April. Only one of which I purchased myself, the rest were sent by publishers. I'm on a weird book buying ban. It's not really official, I haven't made any sort of video about it, but kind of internally I'm like, I don't need new books, so I've kind of been avoiding book outlet and bookstores in general, so this is a very small book haul compared to my typical ones I would have if I had gone shopping for books that month. I'll start with the book I purchased. This is The Good Braider by Terry Farish. I got this from my local library bookstore for like 50 cents. It's just a hardcover book, and it's written in verse. It's about a girl from Africa having to come to somewhere not in Africa, I think either Europe or America, and she has to start assimilating to the new culture and shedding her old lifestyle. So I just really wanted to pick this up because I thought it would be interesting. Again, it's written in verse. I love things written in verse. I'd never heard of this before, so I'm kind of giving it a try, and I hope it'll be just really interesting and new. This next book I was sent from HarperCollins, and it is The Improbable Theory of Anna and Zach by Brian Ketcher. This book is about a girl, Anna, and a boy, Zach. Zach is really nerdy and goes to the WashingCon every year, which is like a nerd convention, basically. And this year, he's in Seattle with kind of a decathlon Jeopardy group as an alternate. Long story short, Anna's brother, who's also on that team, runs away and they have to go find him at WashingCon. So it's about this whole cat and mouse chase through the nerd convention, trying to find this person, and along the way Anna and Zach are kind of becoming friends, more than friends, and I'm currently reading this. I'm on page 250-ish, yeah, and I'm feeling meh about it. I'll be doing a review soon, so you can check that out, but this comes out in May. That's this month. I don't know what day. Awesome. But I love this cover, and I think it's really new and quirky because it takes place at a sci-fi convention. And I don't know if you've ever requested something from HarperCollins, but when you do, they don't just send you the book you requested, they send you several. So these are also books that I got with that same package, but I'd never heard of any of these. This is Under the Spotlight by Angie Stanton. This is like the third or fourth or something book in a series. I actually read the first book of this like when I was 14 or 15. And this series is about a girl that falls in love with, like, a band member, but she doesn't know he's famous, which that was fun and light. I think it's called Between a Rock and a Hard Place or something like that. It's by Angie Stanton. You can look it up. This next book is Emancipated by M.G. Rays. I have no idea if this is a standalone or if this is part of a series, but I read the synopsis. Really just didn't find any interest in it, so I'm probably just gonna give this to one of my friends. And then this book, The Fill-In Boyfriend by Casey West, which I've seen a little bit of buzz about. It seems a little bit typical to me, so I'm gonna hold on to this, see if anyone else likes it, and then maybe read it if you've read this, or if you think it will be good, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just probably gonna pass this on to someone else. Then I got a couple of books from Penguin, and I've read 2 out of 3 of these. The first one is Hold Me Closer by David Levithan. This is a companion novel to Will Grayson, which is by him and John Green. And this follows, obviously, Tiny Cooper. And so it's a literal musical in, like, a hardcover form. So I thought this was a bundle of fun. I really liked it. I think Tiny's an awesome character. I did a review about this, so if you want to know more, you can check out that review. And otherwise, I just think this is a great companion. If you read Will Grayson, and you liked Tiny, I would highly recommend this one. It's also super hilarious. I don't think I've laughed out loud at a book in a very long time, but this had me cackling. The next book Penguin sent me was I Was Here by Gail Forman. I just finished this. I just posted a review, so you can go and check that out also. This is about a girl named Cody whose best friend Meg commits suicide, and she goes to her friend's college in order to pack up her things and realizes while she's there that Meg's been keeping a couple of secrets from her, and she has a different life than what Cody thought she did. So she's kind of unraveling the mystery of what caused her to really commit suicide, because it came as sort of a shock to her. And it's her discovery of things about Meg, discovering things about herself along the way, meeting a boy, etc. I think this was beautiful, but I'll talk more about how I thought about it in my wrap-up. I would highly recommend this one if you're hesitant about Gail Forman because you may or may not have liked If I Stay or Just One Day. I would recommend trying this one out, even just from the library. I thought it was beautiful and also very soft. This next book is on my May TBR, and that is An Ember in the Ashes by Sabat Tahir. This is a fantasy book, and I've heard people talk about it, and I've read the synopsis, but I could not tell you what it's about, because all I know is it's fantasy, something about a slave, something about spying. There's a nice map, so I already love it, and the cover is just gorgeous. But the main reason I requested this is because Taha Mafi, author of my favorite book ever, Shatter Me, read this and said it's one of her favorite books of 2015. So I'm excited to try it out and see how I'm gonna like it, because I really hope I like it. I think it sounds pretty epic. I'm probably gonna read this once I finish The Improbable Theory of Anna and Zach. And the last book I got this month was actually a surprise, because it came from my Amazon wishlist, which has since been removed, so someone creeped and someone found it. And that person is Lauren, so thank you so much for this, Lauren. The book is Brown Girl Dreaming by Jacqueline Woodson. I've been wanting this book ever since I heard my friend Lindsay talk about it. This is a book written in verse also. It's actually pretty similar to this one. They're both books in verse about black girls. This one takes place in the 60s and 70s, so I guess it's a little bit more coming of age. It is middle grade. I feel like this kind of has a little bit of a To Kill a Mockingbird aesthetic to it. Like, that's the first thing I thought of when I read the synopsis to this. And like I said, it's in verse. I hope I can just read this really fast. As you can see, it is the National Book Award winner, so I'm hoping that means it's great. I haven't heard really that many people talk about this, but I'm really excited to have this. I'm not sure if it's still really cheap on Amazon, but the time that I got it, it was only like $8 or $9. So this might still be cheap. You should check it out, and I can't wait to read this. So that is my stack of things. If you've read any of these or you're excited for any of these to come out, let me know. Thank you everyone for watching. I will see you all in my wrap up and TBR that should be coming in a couple of days. Bye everyone!